Hey, hi all. So in the last video, we have seen how we can install the prerequisite softwares required for the Playwright framework. Okay. So in this current video, we are going to set up the project. So we are going to create a new project for Playwright, and we will utilize the Playwright framework created by me for automating the test cases. So we will see in the next video, we'll see how you can utilize the framework method in your current project. Okay, so you can start automating the test case from the day one. Okay, so let's start with the first part. Okay, so in the current video, we will set up the project. So first one is a create project folder. So I have created one blank folder here. So create any folder and give some valid name to your project. Okay, so I have created some dummy project here and I have given name it as Playwright Framework Demo Project. It's a primarily blank project. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to open the Visual Studio Code. So if you see here, what we have to do, we just have to select this option, first option, and select open folder. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to navigate to that particular repository and we have to select the project which we have created. So I just select the folder. So if you see, the project name appears in the explorer. Okay, so I select trust the authors. Okay, so project name came here. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to go to the next part. Okay, so this part is done. We'll mark it as this, and this is also done. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to initialize the Playwright. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to click on the terminal and select new terminal. Okay, so you will see this command prompt in your project. Okay, so here what we have to type, we have to type npm init playwright. Okay, and just hit enter button. So what it will does, it will initialize your project. So here we have to select TypeScript, just press enter, move where to put end-to-end test in the test folder, add GitHub workflow false, install Playwright browser true. So this will install all the browsers required for the execution. Okay, so after all the steps are done, you will see there are project folder created here. So it is asking me to install npm global at 10.2.5 to update. So I will do this thing. Okay, so it will install the npm package globally. Okay, so all things are done. Okay, so one folder is there, test. Here all the test cases will be present. Okay, second thing is node modules, so all the libraries are downloaded in this folder. Okay, next is a Playwright configuration file. This is a configuration file. We will come to this configuration file in the later section. Next is a package.jsons where we put all the dependencies. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to add the second dependency of the Playwright framework. Okay, so whatever framework I have created, so we will download it in our node modules folder. So for that what we will do, we will go to the npm js.com and here we will go to Playwright ts framework. Okay, so if you see Ketan underscore Pardeshi, so this is the automation framework. So I will select this one. Okay, so here what we have to do, we have to select this copy button. Okay, so I just copied it. Okay, and I go to the again command prompt and just paste it. Okay, so npm I Playwright ts automation framework. Okay, so what is I is for install, and whatever the framework name is there, it will install. So I just hit enter. So if you see, it will install the Playwright framework. Okay, so dependency gets added in the dependency section and with whatever npm package name with version. Okay, so this we have downloaded the Playwright framework, install the Playwright framework. Okay, so next is a TypeScript. So we can skip this part or you can install it. So we will install it anyways. So search for TypeScript. Here just we need to copy this thing for installation and paste in the command prompt and hit enter button. Okay, so TypeScript is also added in this section. Okay, so TypeScript is also done. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to create one pages folder. Okay, so here what we will do, we will create a folder called pages at project level. Okay, so if you see, it is present at pages, right? So now what we have to do, we have to create one class called method base. Okay, so which will eventually extended by our framework. Okay, so I will give name as method base dot pom dot ts. Okay, it's a TypeScript file. Okay, and pom stands for page object model, so we have given the nomenclature. For pages we will use the pom.ts, and for test we will give spec.ts. Okay, so here we will write a class name export class method base. Okay, so we have created one class. Now what we have to do, we have to extend it. Okay, so extends assertion. Okay, so first we have to select. Okay, so this is what it will does, it will access the assertion class from the framework part. Okay, so if you see, it is the framework part, right? So you are accessing the assertion. Now we will create constructor here which will pass page to the super class, or we can say our framework. Okay, so here just keep cursor and select quick fix and import playwright at the red test. Okay, so we have created a method base here. So we will mark this as done. Okay, so we have installed the Playwright framework and we have created one class. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to create the two configuration files. Okay, one is app configurations and second is execution settings.json. Okay, so there is a one file here, okay, doc file, which you can refer. I will give you the name of this file, so you can refer that. And here I have given the name of the execution setting, so make sure the name will remain as it is. Okay, so I will give the name as execution settings.json. We have to keep these files at the project level. Okay, I just hit enter and whatever data is there, I just copying it from here. Okay, and paste it here. So what is this execution setting? So execution settings is the setting for all the application execution. Okay, so first is environment, means on which environment you need to execute the test case. Second, email receiver, who is going to receive the email. Third is a sender email, who is sending that email. And fourth is a sender password. Okay, so whatever password is there. Currently sender email sending part is still in progress. Gmail support is there, but it is not fully implemented yet. But environment related stuff is already implemented, so we can utilize that. So whatever environment we need to provide, we can provide it here also directly, or you can provide it from the CI/CD pipeline also. Okay, so first JSON file is created. We will move to the second JSON file. Second JSON file name is app configurations.json. So I will copy this and create the file at project level. Okay, and for this also I will copy the data from the Word document. Okay, so I will copy this JSON file and paste it. Okay, so why this file is created? So this file contains all the information related to URL, DB name, DB URL, username, password, API based URL or authorization for specific environment. Okay, so if you see, for QA this configuration is there, for staging this configuration is there, for production this configuration is there. Okay, so whatever URL you have to enter, you can enter it here. Okay, so DB name, DB URL, username, password, you can enter it here. If you want to add any of the your own customized what we can say key, you can add it here. I will show you in the next part how you can access that part. Okay, so as of now all these settings are done. App configurations, here what you have to provide URL of the application which you are going to test. Okay, so currently we are testing the Orange HRM. Okay, so for demo we are using Orange HRM. So I have copied this URL. Okay, and I have pasted it in the URL part. Okay, so URL you don't need to change because it is hard coded for the accessing the URL. Okay, if you are not using app configurations, then it's not necessary to write the value in front of it. We can pass it from the Playwright config also. Okay, so both these files are done. So this we have done with respect to setting up the project. Okay, so in the next video we will see how you can create a test case using this framework. Okay, so that's it from this video. Thank you.